Water slides are some of the most fun things at a water park, or so you thought. Some water slides have a dark side to them. These dangerous water slides are something you would want to avoid. You might be expecting an old, poorly maintained and decaying water slide, but these most dangerous water slides were flawed from the start. The design of these dangerous water slides launched people from great heights, as well as hitting the water at speed. Going on these dangerous water slides are sure to deliver bumps and bruises from these dangerous water slides. Wear your life vests when riding these dangerous water slides. Let's begin with the top 10 most dangerous water slides. Number 10. Vertigo. Water slides are commonly known for their fun, family-friendly activities, but Vertigo is a different story. Vertigo is a water slide based at Aqualandia in Benidorm, Spain. This water slide has a height of 108 feet and an almost vertical drop. The water slide works by having a trap door that opens below their feet. It drops the person down 108 feet, sliding into the pool of water. This slide has a design issue. The trap door would scrape the person's skin, having them injured. After the incident, the on-site doctor attended the incident to treat the patient. It was described as a horrific incident. The maintenance team later came out to fix the broken trap door, but many visitors thought twice before riding this water slide. Another incident happened in 2019 at the water park, but on a different water slide. Number 9. Steamer. Home of the maple syrup, this dangerous water slide is from Canada. The water park is named Calypso Water Park. The designer of this water slide had some issues dealing with safety. The park also were being irresponsible by acting like the water slide isn't dangerous, which gave some people enough confidence to ride the steamer. The steamer has multiple incidents of tubes flipping over on many patrons attending the park. If the tube flipped over, it would scrape the skin of the person once the tube flipped over. It would happen in a bowl-shaped part of the water slide. It is also very chilling that this park has over 20 safety violations. Number 8. Aquasphere. This slide is almost certain to make your head think twice before going on this water slide. The water park that owns this deadly slide is Peninsula Aquatic Recreation Centre, based in Frankston, Australia. This water slide, named the Aquasphere, has been linked to multiple head injuries. The abrupt turns that are in this water slide are believed to cause these head injuries. 2 adults suffered head injuries at the park, and this slide in particular has more common injuries out of all the slides at the park. Another incident had a boy passed out for about 15 minutes before the boy was able to regain consciousness. The park had many dangerous incidents at the park. It resulted in the park getting the slide shut down. This slide definitely has a bad reputation with its visitors. Number 7. Cannonball Falls. Cannonball Falls was owned by Action Park. The park was also rebranded as Traction Park before shutting down in 1996. This park didn't have a good safety reputation and endured many lawsuits from its visitors, which eventually led to its shutdown. Action Park made a reopening in 2010. The park had a lot of injuries during its operations. One of the dangerous water slides here was named Cannonball Falls. It looks a lot like a sewage discharge tube from a factory, which already isn't reassuring. Action Park was based in the state of New Jersey. This simple water slide was a tube slide leading into a big pool of water with a 10-foot drop. Doesn't seem too bad, right? But you would be wrong. This water slide had 6 incidents, making this the most dangerous slide of New Jersey during 2015. The slide was closed during the 2015 season and was never opened again, probably for the better. Number 6. Aquascoot. Another one from Action Park had more lawsuits on their hands. The thought process behind this water slide was pathetic as well as interesting. With every seam, you can manage to hurt yourself if you try hard enough and at the right angle. These water slides were basically made of seams which managed to hurt a lot of people. Not to mention the high jet stream of water shooting down the water slide if seams weren't enough to hurt you. During these operations, people were instructed to use a plastic sled when going down the Aquascoot. Back to the concept of getting hurt at the right angles, some riders would get flung off when their sled hit the water. With another horrible design for this slide was the pool. It was a shallow, 2 feet deep pool. This caused many incidents, including a head injury during the slide operation. It is a good thing that this ride is closed. And also, if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to slap a like on the video and subscribe if you want to see more of these videos. Number 5. Black hole. This park is based in Orlando, Florida. Named Wet n Wild, the park opened in 1977. The black hole had the slides in a twisty and winding setup. However, this slide would land the park in a black hole of financial trouble. The black hole had the height of 46 feet. One incident in 1994 had a man getting injured and ended up suing the park for an astonishing amount of $1.73 million. The man had suffered from being struck by something in the dark tube. This ended up in some serious injuries by not being able to move his leg. Doctors ended up inserting a titanium plate into his neck in order to fix his problem. What is scary is that they never did any safety inspections on the black hole water slide, which was one of the main reasons in losing the case against the man. A scary way to get injured would be in pure darkness. Number 4. Stuck rider. The most basic safety procedure done at water parks is to tell people when and when not to go. You would wait until you could see or until someone tells you that they have made it down safely down the water slide. However, this water slide operator managed to mess it up. The water park involved was named Hawaiian Falls Water Park. The height of the slide is 60 feet. One visitor at the park was sliding down the slide normally, but there was a problem. He got stuck in the water slide, but there was a bigger problem coming towards him and fast. Another person was sent down the slide and gaining speed as they went down the slide, eventually hitting the man in the head. This resulted in the stuck man losing consciousness. He was rushed into the hospital and later regained consciousness. He sued the park for $100,000, along with the price of the medical bills worth $12,000. The man was commenting about how the ride could have been made safer with a light system to indicate when it is safe for someone to go down the slide. The current case still hasn't been settled during the making of this video. Number 3. Cannonball Loop. This water slide just looks like a mess. It looks like a kid put it together. Yes, that is how bad this slide really is. The water slide was made in New Jersey and was a complete mess. This crazy looking thing was so bad that they would have to pay employees to test the slide. Yes, test the slide. That was how bad it really was. It was a typical slide, but with a loop. The whole slide looks like it would be too small for anyone, but apparently people have managed to get through this circus ride. This was closed down by the New Jersey Carnival Amusement Ride Safety Board and operated for a little bit more than a season. We are very glad that this ride is closed for good. Number 2. Rapid Trouble. This slide is based at Cedar Point Water Park, located at Sandusky, Ohio. This water slide places passengers in a raft. The water slide was 187 feet tall. Everything was going perfectly fine until something malfunctioned on the lift mechanism. The boat that the passengers were in was rolling backward down the lift track. The boat begins to roll back at speed, hitting the edge of the track made out of concrete. Then the ride turned even worse for the passengers on this unlucky raft. During the descent, the raft flipped over in the water with the belted passengers inside, upside down, and trapped in this scary experience. The passengers were surrounded by water, attempting to gasp for air, but help shortly arrived. The park staff and some bystanders were immediately on the scene, flipping over the raft to save the passengers. This saved their lives and prevented a tragic accident. Investigations went on to find out that the ride's 2 safety mechanisms have failed, which is something you don't want when climbing up into the air. One of the safety mechanisms was supposed to stop the raft from moving backwards, which failed. Another safety mechanism that failed were the ones supposed to keep them on the track, but that also failed. The construction of the ride has been described as horrible, as well as a dangerous and faulty promise. The ride was officially closed forever and was destroyed. Number 1. Verrückt. This water slide is probably one of the more sad incidents on this list. The water park was based out of Kansas City, Missouri. The name comes from a German name verrückt, translates into crazy. This slide made it on a documentary of extreme water parks. This water slide was 170 feet tall in the air, which is about the height of a 15-story building. What is truly devastating about the water slide is that it took a very young life. It is already bad enough when someone passes away from a water slide, but a child is truly saddening. The family sued the water park and won the case. The family got a $20 million settlement from the park. Even though this is a lot of money, it would never be enough to replace their beloved child. The water park eventually closed, for the better that no one would ever suffer from this water slide again. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell to never miss a video from us. Check out this playlist of our videos, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.